Thank you so much for watching this video. You are a freshman and you want to play college soccer. Don't forget, if you click the right bottom hand corner, there's a button that allows you to watch this on 2x speed, which is totally fine. I'm really excited to talk to you and your parents. Please make sure the whole family watches this video because then I can spend more time talking about you when we get to speak to each other. So the first thing I want to talk about is, as a freshman, should you start the recruiting process? Is that even something you do? Then I want to talk about what it looks like to work with me. So number one is should you start as a freshman, which I'll talk about in a minute. Number two is what does it, I'm going to shrink myself real quick. What does it look like to work with me? Number three, scare you away. I want to make you quit and not want to play college soccer, because then you don't have to do any of this stuff. You don't have to work on anything. I'm also going to talk about, my price structure and how I work and how much scholarship we get students. But if I can scare you away, we don't have to do any of those things. And mom and dad, you can just relax and not have to worry and not have to drive like a maniac. My mom created a Facebook page called Mothers Against Driving in Minivans Until They Fall Apart. So if I can make you do that, excellent. Then the next thing is scare you away. And then by the end of this video, you must know if you want to work with me. If at the end of this video you're not sure, then we're probably not the right fit and we shouldn't work together. Now, the reason I want to get on a call with you, which is the next step after this, is because I need to get to know you to decide whether or not I can truly help you and make sure that the price that I charge is considerably outweighed by the scholarship I get you or the school that we go to, or a combination of both. So what do we do, or should you start as a freshman? The first thing you need to know is, I have another video I do obviously for 8th graders, and this explains why they should start in 8th grade, which would merit the example of obviously then you should start in 9th grade. But what you're going to do is I'm going to send you via email, if you haven't seen it already, 3 mistakes a freshman make in soccer. What you should actually do in 9th grade. Then the third video, what camps you should go to in 9th grade. So you must watch those videos. If you watch those videos and you watch this video and you say, look, I don't think we should start, that's totally fine. We can agree to disagree. And I want you to go reach back out to me when you're ready, or go about the recruiting process, or I would have achieved goal number 3, which is I've scared you away, which is also totally part of my job right now. Now, the next thing is, this is a text I got. I don't think you can actually see it very well. But basically, it's from a family saying, thank you so much for all your help. And they got $100,000. If you want to know why you can get so much scholarship, is because if you start earlier, you can get offers earlier and there's more money available. And if you've heard about the new NCAA rule, there's now unlimited scholarship. So as you as a freshman, that will impact you big time. Big time, big time, big time. So this is how we got them their scholarship. And here's my website where you can see like all of our success and everything, which we can talk about later. Now, having said that, and you've probably already seen it. Now, going back to what does it look like to work with me? That's the part you really want to know. So let's talk about that. So the first thing that's going to happen, and I'm going to give you an example, student, is you're going to get a Google Drive that looks like this. Now, in this Google Drive, you're going to see how we create all your highlight videos. We have to make a highlight video. We have to make an every touch video. We have to make training video, social media videos. So we're going to create all that for you. You'll get to keep, obviously, you'll have this drive. We create a list of schools for you. So we're going to create your top D1 list. Here it is. We're going to create a top academic list, and depending on your grades and your major, etc. Then I'm going to create a list based off of, your top schools that you give to me. So I want to know, like, what are your top schools? And based off of those top schools, where is it that we might focus the majority of our attention? In this student's case, they think they want to study math. So we also created, specifically for their major. That's my job. I have to create that list for you. So having said that, when we have your top academic schools, we want this list to always be updated. This is your top schools, meaning the schools that are your dream schools. As a freshman, all the doors are open to us. I need to see your video and find out a little bit more about you, but technically all the doors are open for us. As you become a sophomore, that is not the case. As a junior, it's definitely not the case. And of course, seniors is late. So right now, because the doors are open, we have to create a strategy for you. Now that varies per person. So this is kind of what that strategy looks like. The first piece of this, and again, it does vary per person, which is why we have to have a phone call. And you can see here the steps that we need to take. So first of all, you will have sent me a video. Odds are the video is not right, meaning it's not the order correctly, or it doesn't have the intro page right. You're missing a self-interview. It could be a variety of things. Maybe you don't have enough video. Maybe you have so much video, but it's too long. I don't know yet. So number one, I'm going to have to fix video. Number two, you get this really cool email system. Now, what makes this email system special is a couple different features. Number one, it's from your own Gmail account. So this is literally my email from today and emails I received today. because it connects to your own Gmail. And that's what's so magical. It's because college coaches, if you ask anybody at any of the camps, they hate it. They hate it. Like I got this email today this is my personal email account. I still get emails from NCSA from this thing. But anyways, college coaches hate it when it comes from NCSA or whatever else. So the first thing is it's your own Gmail. Second thing is we can email every single school in the country very quickly. I press select all, I click write email, I click dear #coach, #coach, #genuine, #school, and it will automatically populate the coach's name and school for each individual coach and send each coach an individual email, which is obviously spectacular. Then you will then get, when they don't respond to you, it will automatically remind you and say, hey, you didn't get a response. We need to follow up, which of course will help you do. And then every time you receive an email, it will automatically categorize the email as, was it a genuine response? Was it a generic response? Should we follow up with them? It will automatically organize this for you. And then every time the email includes a camp, it will save the camp down here, and we will make extra notes and say, hey, this one was genuine. Maybe we should consider this, because eventually you're going to have hopefully a huge list of genuine invites, and we have to pick which schools to go to because we cannot go to all of them. Then you have this little robot here. This robot has every single ID camp in the country. So you just ask it, when is ID camp for so-and-so? You can also ask it questions like, is this a generic email? Is this a genuine email? How would Zev respond to this? It's my clone. It's an AI clone of me. Now, you're going to get me and a coach to help you through this process, but this is just an extra kind of bonus. Like if you need an immediate response, it is spectacular. Like it is amazing, the technology. Now, I'm going to create a list for you. We have to find out who likes you first, because you don't have any offers yet, correct, Mr. Freshman? Once you have an offer, then we get real picky about who we pick. But until you have an offer, you don't get to be super picky, because less than 5% of kids play college soccer. Then who do you like? The coaches like you. You're going to have calls with them. You're going to meet with them. You're going to go on campus. Who did you genuinely enjoy being around? And then finally, yes, we do this whole process because we want you to love the school you go to. And academics for me will always come first, and I will ask you that on the call. And if you say no, then we're probably not the right fit. But the truth is, if you don't love your coach, you'll be miserable. So this whole thing, if you say, why start with me freshman year? In these videos that I send to my 8th graders, that I'm going to send to you as freshmen, it specifically says that once you get an offer, you have 2 weeks to decide. If you're not ready to say yes and you feel rushed, you might end up at a school you don't love. That is not the point. My brother had a miserable college experience where his coach was horrible to him, and it led him to literally become depressed. I had the best coach ever, and I loved it, and I had turned over every rock in doing so. My brother, I wasn't, part of the reason I love doing what I do. He's 3 years younger than me. He didn't really turn over every rock, and so he picked a school having not done the research, and it was a mistake. And I don't want that for anyone ever again, because it affected our family deeply. So this is why I'm going back to, if you think it's too early to start as a freshman, stop right now. Don't have the call with me. Call me when you think it's the time to start. If your peers, which you'll see in here, say it's not the time to start, if you hear from college coaches even, and they say to you, hey, look, you can message me later. College coaches, frankly, care about themselves. They don't want extra emails. I don't care about the college coaches. I only care about you. You need to get recruited, and this is the way to get recruited. I don't make any more money whether you start with me as a freshman or a junior. It doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is how much scholarship you get and how much opportunity you have with the college coaches. You want them to know who you are. And this is, again, as an elite level player, if you're a freshman and you can't juggle to 30, this is not for you. This is for players who are playing high-level club soccer and who want to play at the top levels. Do you want to go to a Duke, a Notre Dame, a UCLA? That's what this is for. Those types of level kids can have an advantage when they start at this age. So, having said that, the next piece is this. Trying to scare you away. So this is when I would pause and I would say, did I scare you away so you don't want to play college soccer? Hopefully not, or hopefully I did, depending on your situation. Now, what is the difference between me and, say, NCSA? I'm sure you guys would have heard of NCSA at this point. So basically, this is the main difference between us. First of all, I edit unlimited videos, all your videos. You'll send me your video, your trace, your huddle, your iPhone, whatever, and I will edit all the videos. No other company will do unlimited editing, and because that's a lot of work. So they all have caps on it, but I don't. I know that you need a ton of video. The email system, I'm the only one that has that because I'm the only one that doesn't care if I get credit if you get recruited. I hope you love me and tell me that you enjoyed our work. But NCSA, they need you in their system so they can eventually claim, look, we got an offer from this person, even though nobody likes NCSA. And if you go to their Instagram, if I can show it to you at the end of the video, if I go right now, my face will disappear. But if you go to their Instagram, you will see that the schools that they are committing, just look up NCSA soccer, The schools that they're going to are called USCAA schools. Those are small Christian schools, not NCAA schools that you probably want to go to. So NCSA does not really work. Ask college coaches yourself, they'll tell you the same thing. Then I want to be able to meet with you unlimited because that's what it requires to get recruited. None of them will do that. They'll do that twice a month at the very most. In fact, it's mandatory that in the first month with me, you speak to me every single week. If you don't speak to me every single week, you're fired, basically. That's how much I need to talk to you. And in the first 3 months, I expect you to be getting genuinely recruited by Division III schools. Now, I can't say an offer because that's illegal, but I expect results in 3 months, which is why hopefully you believe me when I say it's important to start as a freshman. And if you don't think so, like I said, go watch the other videos, watch this video, and then you can cancel the call. I only want to work with kids. The meeting that we are about to have for the 15 minutes we have together, I do not want to be trying to convince you to start. That is not the role I want to play. I want the kids who are as committed as I was. I was dribbling the ball at school everywhere. I never didn't have the ball, but I slept with it in my bedroom. I wore a soccer jersey so much that the letters fell off. I wore 2 pairs of jeans and didn't drink water all day thinking that would make me better. Neither of which worked, by the way, so don't do that. But that's how committed I was, and that's the students that I am looking to work with. Now, having said that, this is the details of the pricing, just so you can see it clearly. Okay, so when I'm working with students, you're going to get a coach. You're going to get a coach plus me. And sorry, my thing was coming here. So this is my price, which I'm going to go over right now. You're going to get a coach plus me. We're going to have an app, which is where we communicate, and you'll have a channel for you and your son or daughter, and it'll be 2 different. So one for mom and dad, just with me, and then another one with your coach, you guys, and your athlete. Now, your coach and me, the reason there's 2 of us is I have to go research stuff for you. I got to go find out your ID camp, your showcases, your emails that you've already done. Maybe you've already done some things. You've sent some emails out. I explained here, maybe you've already started to go to camps and whatnot, so I need to do an audit. Maybe you have to change your club soccer team. We have to look up clubs for you. So I'm working for you over here, but you will not have your Zoom meetings with me. They will be with your coach. You'll be messaging with your coach. You can also message me, and I'll be messaging you with video and everything, but you will be meeting with your coach. Your coach is somebody that I've known for a long time. In many cases, they were a former student and have gone on to play college soccer, and now this is their full-time job. Now, unlimited videos. I will edit all your videos as I described. I want to go through game videos. So this is something I don't get to do with juniors because we don't have time. We just have to focus on getting recruited. And if you get injured as a junior, it could really mean a lot. We have a girl who tore ACL. I'm going to show you her text message real quick. We have a girl who tore ACL, and having torn her ACL, obviously that's the consequence of that. But because we had started as a freshman, she got the interest as a sophomore. She got these schools. This is while she's injured. This was December 12th, and today's December 19th. While she's injured, she got all these visits because they're like, we like you. We saw you from when you were a freshman and some of her sophomore year because we started getting noticed as a freshman. And now I know you're injured, but we still love you and want you to come on campus. That's why we start early in case something happens to you because that's really important. Now, the other thing that I want to show you, because this happened yesterday, so I'm particularly quite special about it. Today's December 19th when you're watching this video. But this family told me they just got $100,000 and told me I should raise my prices, by the way, which I'm not going to do. But $100,000 to go to their school. And we started with them as a freshman because I was able to, with their case, they were not playing at the highest club level. So we have to adjust for that. And then if you are playing for the highest club levels, you probably want to compete with or go to the schools where the players of the highest levels go to. So it's very competitive. So there's way more scholarship money when you start as a freshman also. Okay, so hopefully at this point you see the value. If you don't, like I said, no problem, and cancel the call. Now, you get the Google Drive, you get the email system, and then it's an annual fee. It's a one-time annual fee, and we're with you 24/7. The goal is that after a year, you no longer need my services. You get to keep the email system, you keep all your videos, you'll learn how to make the more videos, and you're on your own. If after the year you say, hey, Zev, this was amazing, we love you, we want your help, we want your continued service, we create a custom plan for you. It just depends on where you're at in that process. But like I said, in the first 3 months, if you're not being genuinely recruited, then I refund you. Now, 98% of our students are receiving a minimum of 60, upwards of 250. I'm going to show you here. This is every single student we've ever committed, and this is every single student we've ever committed, and their Google Drive. So you can literally see, you guys are going to get a Google Drive too, how much money they receive and what their Google Drives look like, because you're going to have a similar thing. So I want to be as transparent as possible. And then I encourage you, if you would like to, this is a testimonial of a family receiving $100,000. This is the youngest recruit ever to Duke because we started with him as a 7th grader. And so, that's why when you saw this other document I made, I make the same video I made for you, your freshman. I made the same video for 8th graders explaining the exact same thing, except I have videos of saying, why start in 8th grade? So this is why, obviously, I think you should have already started, is the truth be told, if you are the level, which we will discuss when we're on the call together. So here's the last thing. I said at the beginning of our call that one of our goals was by the end of today, by the end of this call, to decide if you want to work with me. So when we meet, that's the headspace I have to have you be in for 2 reasons. Number one, I don't work with that many students. So because of that, I can't offer this to everybody and then have everyone say yes. So I basically have to know if you want to work with me when we have our call. Number 2 is every day chances go by, and I want to make sure we can make the most of them. And, you've reached out today, which I'm very appreciative and excited about, and I want to get started so we can make the most of it. If you feel like it's not the right time, no problem, like I said, and we can, obviously talk about that on our call. Because I want to meet with you, and I want you to ask me questions, and, you've found me on social media. I want to, truly get to know you. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm beyond grateful for you watching this entirety of this video. Don't forget, I've sent a couple other videos about why it's important to start as a freshman, and I look forward to talking to you soon.